What's the deal with the KingSong S19? I was super excited when I heard the news. I clicked on the video, checked out the specs like everybody else, but I was a little disappointed. I'm glad that KingSong finally came out and spoke about what they're actually doing because it's been like, I think, a year and a half from the S20 to the S22 to the S22 Pro. So it was about time that they said something, but when I seen the specs for the S19, I was just a little confused. When it came to the marketing, to say that it took certain specs from the S22, I'm not sure if King Song could read the room because people love the S22 as far as the performance, but I mean that wheel is plagued with problems. I mean, every time I hear stuff about the S22 Pro or the S22, I hear people say, I love the wheel if it works. I mean, like, that's terrible. So to even have any kind of correlation with the S22, I just thought that was a bad idea. The wheel is 18 the wheel is 18 inches, which is good. But the cruising speed is 37 miles per hour. And obviously, I understand that it's not going to be like its quote unquote big brother, the S22, which is, I feel like, is not a good marketing scheme at all. They should have just separated themselves from the S22. Wait till the S22 Pro get into people's hands and then figure out how to change the narrative and then release the S19. But since they didn't do that, I feel like that was bad. But I just can't help to feel like this is just an upgraded V11. The weight is 70 pounds. The V11 is like 60, maybe 64, 65 pounds. Obviously, it's not made of no crazy material. It's not made of no alloy. It's still made of plastic. The V11 goes 34 miles per hour. The V11 has a suspension and it's close to like $1,800 right now. I actually own a V11. It's my starter well and it's the well that I have now, and I'm in the market for a new well. But I was actually looking into getting the KingSong S22 Pro because I feel like I like the weight. The 77 pounds, I feel like, is a perfect balance. Plus, with the suspension, and after I heard all the bad news about it, I was like, I'm not getting it. So I feel like with the S19, it's still a plastic box. There is no upgraded. I mean, it has the suspension like the S22, which is good, but bad because the S22 suspension had problems. People have to go to the aftermarket to get aftermarket parts to have a functioning suspension that doesn't mess up. So I just don't know, man. I wanted to be excited about the S19. I don't feel like the speed is fast enough. 37 miles per hour is just 3 miles per hour faster than the InMotion V11, which is gonna be close to $1,000 cheaper. $2,800 for this wheel is just way too expensive. I don't see what their selling point is. I don't feel like they done enough in the market to warrant having that price for a new wheel without it doing anything different. It doesn't do anything different. Maybe my stance might change after people get it in their hands, but just going off the S22, I think people lost a lot of stock. People lost a lot of confidence in KingSong. They did try to put a lot of stock into the S22. They did try to fix the ones that they had. So I do want to, praise them for that. But I just don't feel like the S19 is the best step forward for KingSong. I think if they was able to make an 18-inch wheel that maybe go 45, that's made of something that a little bit better than plastic. I'm assuming that it's made of plastic, but most likely it's made of plastic. I do like the fact that they keeping their wheels at a low weight. I think weight is a big selling point when it comes to wheels because a lot of people are on the fence, including myself, to get a wheel that is much bigger, that is much heavier, especially when you're commuting and you have to carry it upstairs. It's a lot. So I do want to praise them for that, but I just don't feel like this is the best step forward. Hopefully the S22 Pro comes out and it's amazing, but If not, then we already know what to expect. Yep, that is my stance on the S22. I mean, that is my stance on the S19. I have all of the stuff in the link below, so definitely check that out. And yeah, catch y'all later.